away from the sound of your own voice, calling no one, just a silence. Learn to see you around the edge, follow the avalanche, turn away. Hold the light that fixes you in time, keeps you under, takes you over. While the love divides between waking and slumber, turn away. Hold the light that fixes you in time, keeps you under, takes you over. While the love divides between waking and slumber, turn away.
Definitely a humbling experience. My husband was off working a lot, and I was with, this new baby, and I was desperate to get in the ocean, and I just thought, well, what do I have to lose? Like, let's just start her getting used to the water. We all come from water in our mother's womb. And I think once a child is born, you take them away from the water, I think they become more disconnected. So I felt like, let's just keep it going. And I started putting her back into the water when she was 6 weeks old. And I started dunking her underwater when she was about 2 to 3 months old. And it was pretty incredible to see her underwater. Naturally, babies hold their breath, and her first time underwater, she was holding her mouth closed and she was smiling, looking right at us. She was like, so I thought, wow, okay, I think she really likes this. And I just kept getting her in the water, and she became more and more used to it. But I had my goggles on so I could look at her to see what her reaction was, and she was at peace. It was exactly where she wanted to be. She would be fussy at the house, and I'd be like, what's wrong? And we would go to the ocean, and she would feel just at home. And that's how I felt too. I felt like I was going crazy as a new mom, like, I want to go in the water, it's so hot. It's just hard when you're a new mom. You can't really just dive in for hours on end. And I just kind of worked my way up to that, getting her acclimated. Being around the ocean has taught me so much about being confident because, well, mainly it teaches you to be strong, and if you get hit by a big wave, just to come up again. And I definitely feel like that's made me into a stronger woman today. Growing up in the 90s, there wasn't a lot of women that surfed, and then the image of surfing, we all grew up wearing men's board shorts and very covered swimsuit attire. And then it started to change in the 2000s with like body image, and it became more about how you looked in a bikini instead of how you surfed. And that was really a funny distortion of the portrayal of women surfing. I've had a hard time, especially coming into my 30s as an older sponsored surfer, you could say. And, it's such a wash. I think we're coming into a better place now where women are becoming more recognized for contributing to the surf culture, not just wearing bikinis. That's what surfing is about. It's not worrying about really how you look or what you're wearing. It's about letting go of everyday worries and washing it all away. Should we get going?
I'm gonna get my baby suit.
Okay.
Wait a second. Someone put multiple fish. The fish died.
Oh no, a fish died?
All of the fish except.
Oh no.
What happened?
They all died.
What?
Yeah, they're too hot right here.
They all died?
Yeah, except for one. Remember I was saying it's too hot right here?
Oh, man.
Oh.
That's so weird, though. It doesn't make sense.
That little baby group. Just one baby, one baby, one baby sweet.
To take parenting not so serious is really hard. There's days where you're like, whoa, why did I sign up for this? This is the hardest job ever. Having to keep other human alive is the hardest thing in the world. And to remind yourself that, you know, we have it so good, and just being able to like laugh it off, or just taking a deep breath and being able to just flow with it, just being able to play as much as possible. If I was to describe my little dolphin, Naya, that's what her name means. In Hawaiian, it's Naya. Water nymph is another meaning of her name in Greek mythology. She's definitely a water baby from day one.
Thank you so much for writing it, Mom.
She loves interacting with people. She's not shy at all. And she definitely gallops through life. So she's definitely living up to her name as a strong horse, dolphin creature. I think she's an independent woman who has a really good heart. I really try to stay positive, thinking about Naya's future and her generation. I can kind of sometimes get overwhelmed by thinking of all the negative things that are happening in this world. But I really try to inspire her and her friends by connecting her in nature. I think that's the best thing we can do right now for her generation, is show her all the good things that are happening in this world and show her how to protect it, or how to inspire her to protect it. Because it's the ripple effect, right? Like if she's inspired to protect something, maybe her friend in her class will be inspired as well. And they can work together as a little team, and that, you know, it kind of ripples out to the whole community. Well, I first started surfing apparently when I was in my mom's belly. My parents were also water people. We grew up sailing and kayaking and paddling and surfing, so I don't think I really had a choice growing up. My parents were like, this is what we're doing today. We're going to the beach. So I grew up pretty much boogie boarding and surfing Waikiki with my parents.